so getting to 5 could be pretty difficult off 22 lands. So I think you want a couple extra land in your sideboard.
You play some tech edges. You could actually help that Valakut match up more.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, well, here we go into round 5. I'm Gavin Verhey. I'm joined here by Jacob Van Lunen and special co-host thanks to a disaster, Conley Woods. And we are bringing
I don't know if it's a disaster.
We are bringing you a match between Todd Anderson and Matt Landstrom.
All right, match clear.
I know from talking to Todd earlier
number 5.
that he is playing Splinter
Twins. Please begin.
Okay. And that's more evidence that this deck is a very real deck, because Todd Anderson is somebody who is a Magic Online grinder.
The thing is,
to play the best deck.
The thing is, it's not even a deck. It's a combo that goes into about 10 different shells.
Yeah.
That's also, it's a 2-card combo that so many different decks can run. Like if you said I'm playing the Splinter Twin deck, what does that mean? Are you playing blue-red? Are you playing blue-red-black? Are you playing Rug? Like,
I think the now the standard is Grixis.
I understand that, but it's only been 1 week, so it's the standard right now. But I think once it gets on Magic Online and people start like grinding every single card, like the deck can change drastically.
Yeah, it
week
could
to
be
week.
like it could have white and rats, because you don't know if the format's going to change. So people start
remember,
playing like Swarm aggro decks.
remember when
and stuff.
Callblade was like blue-white, blue-white red, blue-white black, and now it's just blue-white again, and now kind of blue-white black again? Like it changes all the time.
So,
I think the exact same thing could happen with this Deceiver X.
So in the meantime, Matt Landstrom clearly playing Vampires. He leads on a turn 1 Pulse Tracker. Todd Anderson plays a Sea Beyond to grab some new cards, and Matt Landstrom follows up with the Calastra Highborn, serving in for essentially 2 with that Pulse Tracker.
That's very strong. That's a really good opening for Matt Landstrom there. It's ideal for what you want to be doing.
Grixis Twin.
Now, we have the deck list in front of us. Looking at Todd's deck, he's got a Singleton Grave Titan, which is pretty spicy with Splinter Twin. Other than that,
I mean, pretty much every creature these types of decks can run is awesome with Splinter Twin, just because the creatures you run in these control decks are value cards that have a comes into play effect naturally. So it's like not even like he was like trying to work it out. I mean, think about if you have like Wormcoil Engine. Like Wormcoil Engine is also pretty good with Splinter Twin. You just keep getting 3/3s.
Splinter Twin exiles it. So
it does?
Yeah, you don't get it.
Shucks. Not breaking that one.
Let's see. Yeah, so it looks like Splinter Twin, a lot of things you would expect. Guess it has Spell Pierce, maybe some of them don't have that.
Kiki sacrifices, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Matt Landstrom
That's what I was basing off of.
has a Duress there. Looking at Todd's hand.
Preordain got taken, and I can't tell what the glare with those are. There's some
It
lands.
looks like a Deceiver Exarch and a pile of lands.
And a bunch of lands.
Well, that one card at the top could be anything.
Matt Landstrom's deck is super stock Vampires, except he has 1 Manic Vandal in the main deck.
I like that.
Just because.
I'd play 3.
I mean, it has 1 Dismember, but that's another card that Vampires would adopt most of the time. So let's see what Todd chooses to do here. It looks like he just draws another land. Is that right?
Yep, and he's a little flooded now.
Yeah, now
He's going to use this Tar Pit defensively, I assume.
He can also just play the Exarch to block.
Yeah, he can do that, but then the problem
That
is
expose it to removal. Like I would much rather just animate Tar Pit, block the.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to get
tracker.
Gatekeepered or something like that, right? It turns on.
I mean, getting your Tar Pit Gatekeeper also sucks, but.
Yeah, but although if Matt, I was gonna say you're just gonna block the Pulse Tracker. And
he goes ahead and bolts it.
Bolts it.
Gets in for 4.
Z-bolt.
Puts Todd down to 11 here.
Okay.
The one thing we haven't seen too much out of these Grixis Twin decks is Gitaxian Probe. It had everyone was saying it was going to be awesome in these decks, and not too many people run it yet. I guess in the Grixis version you have discard spells to see their hand, so maybe that's why.
And you also get to pluck cards that way, so I'd imagine that's why. I originally saw a lot of the blue-red decks had it, but that's also partially because they had Pyromancer Ascension too, which changed.
I don't like that. Like each combo is good enough that you don't need to dilute one.
So Todd taps 1 Highborn, and Mastral serves in with the other.
I don't think you can block here because you have Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, I don't think you can block, because the thing is,
You
like,
just
you're
have
basically on a 1-turn clock anyway.
You just have to hope to untap, draw a Splinter
you
Twin.
just need to rip a Splinter Twin
Or
or Preordain
Preordain,
into
yeah.
a Splinter Twin.
Yep. So Todd.
Does he have Pyroclasm in the main deck? Do you have the list right there?
No Pyroclasm.
No, he does not.
He has 4 on the sideboard, however.
All right, and this is what it comes down to. Boom.
Ooh, there's the
Preordain.
Preordain.
That's a
Keep
good one to
there.
see.
We have 4 cards. 3 cards.
1. That's Jace. Doomblade. You gotta send
Doomblade
him
is not a
away.
good one.
You gotta send
You
those
gotta
away.
put him away. He's dead next turn, right?
He is dead next turn.
He's got to assume his opponent has a bolt.
Well, he can block a Highborn, right, and not die. That's
I mean,
important.
but then he's dead still when he gets bolted. Like, he might not be literally dead at that point, but he still actually is dead. I'm pretty sure his opponent has a lightning bolt. Otherwise, he wouldn't have just blindly attacked with the.
There's a blood
and his blood gas.
Yeah, that's it. Right, because he comes in for at least he gets him to 1 at least.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a bolt chilling over there. Could be wrong.
Alright. I know I think he has a stagger shock in his hands. Or sorry. Or I guess it is. No, it must be.
Yeah, he had the bolt.
Yeah, it must be bolt.
Put the read on him,
I
Gavin.
think that was a Manic Vandal.
I mean, it's just pretty. He wouldn't attack with Pulse Tracker last turn. I don't think if he has that bolt, or if he puts Todd on, respecting the fact that he has bolt. But I'm pretty sure he's had a bolt there. I don't know anything about how good Matt is. It's usually difficult to tell because that's one of the situations where, like, if your opponent's really good, they'll attack with Pulse Tracker no matter what because they know you can't block. But if your opponent's like marginally good, then you have to like figure out whether or not they would make that read. And if they're bad, they're attacking with Pulse Tracker no matter what because they just think the 1 damage matters or whatever. So it's like really this awkward.
So they're going to sideboarding now. Todd's surely looking for some new answers. 4 Pyroclasm coming in for sure out of Todd Anderson. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
He's got to get rid of his Doomblades.
Spellskite maybe?
Yeah, it's a wild tangle cord.
Into the Royal?
Maybe. Depends how many cards he's taking out.
We'll get 2 Doomblades for sure.
2 Duress for sure.
Duress has come out. That's
and
true.
Spell Pierce?
Yeah, Spell Pierce is pretty
So
bad.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So
he brings in 1.
Klasm, Skite, and then
Into the Royal.
Maybe bring the Grave Titan?
Yeah,
the
Grave Titan's not bad. I don't mind.
Yeah, he can just win with the Grave Titan.
Yeah.
So that sounds probably what Todd Anderson's going to do. On Matt Landstrom's side, let's see, Dark Tutelage. Maybe that'll come in. Do you guys like Tutelage against the combo decks? Because you don't have the same kind of inevitability.
The problem I have with Tutelage is having to tap down on turn 3. And like letting
especially
them,
when you're on the draw.
Yeah, letting them just.
Yeah, I agree with that. How about if we see a game 3, would you want to bring it in on if you were on the play?
Maybe, but again, you have to either play it immediately on turn 3 or then never play it at all until you get to 5 mana, which you rarely get to.
Dismember, I think that pretty clearly comes in. Crush, no. Skin Render, probably not.
No, it's gonna be terrible.
Batterskull, Arc Trail, no. Active Aggression doesn't do anything, right? Or
Active Aggression's awesome. You get to respond to their Splinter Twin.
By making infinite guys that don't do anything, right?
No, you don't control the Splinter Twin. Or does Splinter Twin give it to the
It gives it to the creature, but it just buys you a turn, that's all it does.
Wait, why don't... You guys... It gives the creature haste. You still get to attack. Oh, I guess you're doing it on your opponent's turn.
You're doing it on your opponent's turn in response to their Splinter Twin.
I mean, it still buys you a turn.
It's probably not
It's awesome against Grave Titan.
It is pretty sweet against Grave Titan. If he sees Grave Titan...
We're talking about Active Aggression against the sea. I mean, if he has nothing else, he'll bring it in, but I don't know if it's like...
Active Aggression makes
it only buys you a turn, though.
No, you take it in response to them playing Splinter Twin, steal their guy during their end step, make a million guys, and attack.
Well, you can't take it during their end step because they would have killed you with it.
You take it when they play Splinter Twin in response to them trying to enchant your creature.
Okay, then the Splinter Twin comes on.
Right.
No. Splinter Twin resolves. You had to see it with Splinter Twin.
And then you make...
That's not how that works now.
Oh, no, Glenn is exactly correct. I was trying to figure out in my head if there's a way you can do that. So the way it works, the tokens aren't removed until the next turn, because it's at end of turn.
Yeah, it's at end of turn.
So you can make infinite stuff in their end step.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You can do that.
I was right. I just didn't get there in time.
Yeah. I was trying to think if there's a way to make that work.
I said it worked.
I don't think there is.
But then I didn't, for some reason, defend my statement. I let Gavin run all over me. I consider a half of one. What?
Act is pretty under.
Half of a Pro Tour champion is still awesome. I'm not half of a Pro Tour champion.
Act is actually probably pretty unreal in this matchup. And you can't beat an Act.
What are the other creatures he has? He has Grave Titan, Deceivers,
and Spellskite, which obviously is good against Act, but.
No, Spellskite's still awesome against Act. If they go to play a Splinter Twin,
you
take their Spellskite and then you make them their Splinter Twin target the Spellskite. It's still awesome.
Yeah. It's still sweet.
How's that not awesome?
That's actually fine.
It stops their combo.
It stops them from killing you. It does give them an infinite spell skite, though.
I mean, no, it gives them one Spellskite.
Well, you have to give it back. It just doesn't Splinter Twin.
Sure, but they only get one. I mean, yeah, they get one a turn. They can't just always have mana open or whatever. You can just beat them that way. I would much rather have that than like have a removal spell that doesn't do anything in this spell, guy. Yeah.
So for those who don't know how that splitter twin thing works, it's tricky in the wording, and then
This
it
is
says
where JBL goes and eats in front of us.
It says
He couldn't turn down the temptation of the White Castle.
Splitter Twin says at end of turn, so if you do it and your opponent's end step, the tokens will survive until your next turn. Tricky things have been done with that. Astral Slide, that was a big thing with Astral Slide, for example.
Obviously, Waylay is the most common.
Yeah, Waylay, the white ball lightning. There was a card that was white and 2 and put 3 tokens into play.
2/2 first strikers.
3 2/2 first strikers. And so you would do it in your opponent's end step, untap and attack. And
I don't actually know if they're first stroke. I'm just saying that.
I'm pretty sure they had first strike.
Okay.
That sounds reasonable. It was supposed to be a defensive card, but there was a problem in the rule. I think it was after the rules changed, and nobody really knew it. So
Mimic Vat works that way. A lot of people do it in Mimic Vat. They put extra copies in play.
Attention players in the two-headed giant sealed event. Your seedings for the first round are being posted in the back corner at the Sarah Angel poster.
all right. So Matt Landstrom leads with Dragonsteel Summit. Todd Anderson has turn 2 Spellskite, and looks like Todd also has Pyroclasm in his hand as well as Grave Titan.
No one drop for a vampire player usually is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Although in this case it would have just been blocked, but still.
Like having, let's see, Viserys here or Pulse Tracker is pretty important. Although he only has 3 Viserys here.
No Lacerators?
He has no. Oh no, there are 4
Okay,
Lacerators.
I was like, what the heck?
But only 3 Viserys here. That's interesting.
I mean, the card's only good when you have Highborn.
Or
Bloodghast.
Bloodghast, yeah. Playing the 1 Manic Vandal instead of the Viserys here. And Spellskite being an 0/4. Oh, and there's the Manic Vandal.
Would you like to redirect his ability?
I guess he probably. I mean, he has 2 more. He probably boarded in. Just for that reason.
I mean, maybe. Just saying Spellskite's not that exciting. Like all your removal does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. I mean,
Does he have Doomblade or go
I don't
for
think
throw?
you would leave 1 in. He does not have Doomblade. He has Dismembers.
But no go for throw? Okay, that's
I
good.
go for the Throats. Go for the Throat's a tricky little card with Spellskite because you can't redirect Go for the Throat to Spellskite, which makes it an interesting dynamic. Let's see. There's a Gatekeeper for Matt Landstrom. He's looking
Here's
in a pretty poor
Jace, I'm pretty
position.
sure, right?
Yep, Jace. And what mode do you think you do with Jace in this situation?
I think you brainstorm. If he has a bolt, your guy's dead no matter what. Bouncing it, there's no 1 damage burn spell, so like bouncing it's pretty irrelevant.
So he sees 2 lands and a Preordain. He's going to crack a fetch land and then probably Preordain.
Plus, like, the other thing you have to remember against vampires is that you're the control deck, so them, like, taking 3 or 5 damage or whatever away from their game plan and attacking your Jace, plus you got a card, like, Renewed Faith or whatever was always pretty good at drawing a card, gaining some life.
Right. This requires them to expend time and a card. All right, so there's the Preordain. He sees 2 more lands. Todd Anderson.
How many lands does he run? 26?
Plenty of those.
25?
3, 6, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25 lands.
That's probably about right.
Matt Landstrom serves in. Jace bites the dust.
To a bolt, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a Marsh Flats for Matt Landstrom.
This is not a good... I mean, he has to have, like, Active Aggression or something in his hand. There's no way he kept his hand without...
Yeah, I mean, he still has...
There hasn't
3
been enough
cards.
gas for it to, like, be a good...
There's Grave Titan. Now, if he has Active Aggression, that's...
He won't Active Aggression unless he has Viscera Seer. It doesn't do anything. Like, he gets in for 6 damage or whatever. Or 2 damage. It's not very good without the Viscera Seer.
Yeah, those zombie tokens can just block. I mean, I think you probably just want to save act for when they're trying to combo you, ideally. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. This was just seems like a sketchy heat for Matt. I don't know what's in his hand.
What was that?
He doesn't go for the throat.
Oh, he does have Go for the Throat.
Yeah, 4 go for the throats.
Oh.
He wasn't boarding any more in.
You told me he had Dismember. He wasn't boarding any more Dismember in.
Wait, he was. He was boarding another Dismember.
Oh, it's only 3 main?
Yeah, he only has
he
one
has
main
one
deck.
main.
He's boarding in
I
another
see,
Dismember.
okay.
He had all of his goes in. He has all of his go for the throats in the main deck.
Go for the Throat's pretty bad against Manic Vandal. Or against Spellskite, excuse me.
And she's got some tokens. Still, those tokens are going to be a problem for Matt. And go for the throats, another token.
How do you get rid of the other token?
I think that's a bolt that the Gopher starts sitting on top of, so I think he might have bolted the other token.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's
like-
pretty.
expended a ton of resources.
3 for 1, Nim. He's got active aggression in hand. I kind of thought he did.
Yeah, there's a spell skate.
Now that showing active aggression is like pretty terrible, though.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's nothing you can do about it, but
I mean, your other option is scoop, and it's just a little too early to do that.
well,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, you're not going to scoop her in this situation.
The only other option is scoop. When you're at 20 life and your opponent's at 12.
I mean, you know.
If you signed up for $10
Information's
draft
worth something. I don't think it's worth a
or
game.
$10 draft.
That you have a reasonable chance of winning, right?
Yeah.
I mean, although to be fair, Matt is in a pretty rough spot, but he can win if he draws like a couple highborns.
He's in a rough spot, but he's only taking 3 a turn right now. It's not
Right, like if he just draws a couple highborns or whatever.
or a gatekeeper and gets rid of that spell kite.
Right, Gatekeeper's great.
Or bolt to get rid of the spell kite. Oh, I thought he was playing a bolt. He played a lacerator. So take 1 next turn, 3 from Tarpit. It'll be at 13. Attack back, drop him to the critical 10. Oh, he just drew a Jace, though. His game's probably over now.
Yeah, Matt has to find an answer
Jace
for that
does
Jace
that.
immediately. And he's got spell skite too, so there's not really a lot you can do.
I mean, he can active aggression to the spell guide if he wants to kill Jace.
Oh, what's if he goes
Not anymore,
+1?
he can't.
Fate Seal. And just ships it to the bottom.
That could have been anything. Could have been a gatekeeper, could have been a Viscera Seer.
Yeah, I think anything that isn't a land, you just send at that point. And Matt's looking in a pretty dire
Brian
spot.
Daly, Andrew Smith, and Robert Knapp. Your draft is
It looks
ready
like with all
for
this
you.
removal he has and stuff now, like, he just doesn't have enough
Brian
vampires.
Andrew Smith and Robert Knapp.
He drew
Please come to the
Highborn.
main stage.
Do you go at Jace here, or do you go at... Todd can't activate Creeping Tarpit because he can just active aggression it.
Oh, well, there's the Deceiver Exarch, so that'll change the combat. So he can't attack profitably now.
That's a pretty awkward.
Yeah, I mean Todd's board is pretty good. I mean it's Deceiver Exarch.
He's just like
active
1
Jace,
Pyroclasm
spell
away
skate.
from the game being over.
Yeah, and now he's gonna brainstorm. There's Deceiver Exarch,
There's the
Pyroclasm,
Pyroclasm.
and a black card. I'm not quite sure what that is. Is that Dismember?
Yeah. So he's going to get drained for 6 here, but it's just not even relevant.
Yeah, I mean at this point he has all the time in the world.
We have an immediate opening into a draft. If anyone is interested in drafting,
not
we
much
have
Matt
an
can do.
immediate opening.
He can active aggression, but I don't know what that does, so that's the only thing he can do here.
I mean active aggression doesn't do anything.
It just steals spell skite.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why you would want to steal spell skate.
He goes to 22, or 21, I guess, after the fetch land.
Yeah, but I mean, Todd has that Exarch, and granted, he can't play into that active aggression, but he has with that active Jace, he just has infinite
Yeah, I mean,
time,
the game's
basically.
still basically over. Like I said, 1 Pyroclasm away was all he needed. Like now, if there was anything techie and I got Thought Seized or whatever, I would just scoop, probably.
So attacks for 4, dropping Matt down to
19,
17.
or 17.
17.
Matt's at 17. Zoe, look over. There you go. That's right, Rashad. You know what's up. All right. Well, I'll just start saying random stuff.
Right.
He's
So,
at 43. Todd's
see if
at
Matt
4.
can draw his way out of this one.
Todd is at
Seems pretty
43.
unlikely. I mean, I'm looking at his deck. What would he have to draw to win this game? Like a bunch
3
of
bolts in a row.
gatekeepers.
Bloodgas, not a good one. Although it does have haste.
And he's already used a bunch of bolts already, right? So he can't even
He
play
used
for the burnout.
2 bolts.
2
One
or
on
3.
Jace, one on Grave Titan token.
Yeah, so if he rips both bolts, except Jace is gonna make that a difficult proposition. Alright, he just leaves it there. That's always a bad sign.
I'm guessing it's a gatekeeper. That's my thought. Because he thought about it long enough to where it's actually a spell, but it's just one that doesn't matter. Pretty sure it's a gatekeeper. Putting the read on the top of the deck.
Alright, let's see if Conley's reading skills are up to par.
Nope, it's a lacerator. Oh, I can't tell what that was. What was that?
Looks like a lacerator.
Oh, no, it was a discard spell. It had because he dismembered in response.
Yeah. Now Matt's sitting at 12 life.
The old kill you with 1/4s. Horn turtle you to death.
He may just ultimate Jace the same turn that he kills him with damage.
I just want to horn turtle my opponent to death. Whenever I have the opportunity, just horn turtle you. No combo.
We've all been there.
I think Spelsh guy should be attacking too, just in case there's a condemn over there.
Yeah, back comes blood gas, but that's not going to help stem it. Yeah, okay. Matt sees the writing on the wall. He's packing his cards.
The writing on the wall.
I mean,
he was being covered in Sharpie all over his face.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he was. Yeah,
he had a dunce cap on. He was being TP'd by 6-year-old girls. There was no writing on the wall. It's pretty obvious.
Oh man! All right, so they're going into game 3. So now, once again, the question is: are we going to see that those dark tutelages come in? Do you think they're good here?
I mean, I don't think they're good.
Play,
Like,
they're fine.
you might bring a couple in, but I don't think it's because they're good. I think it's because you can. Like, you would never, if you were like sitting at home and you're like, how do I win this matchup? Whoop, dark tutelage. You would never do that. Like, it's just not that relevant. Whereas, like, against blue-black control, you'd be like, dark tutelage is awesome. I feel like I just got passed a note in gym class. Oh, it's all caps, too. I feel like I just got passed a note in gym class, though, or whatever. I was like... do we think he has what?
I was wondering if he takes out his bolts in the play.
But I don't even know why bolts are in the deck right now. They don't kill Spell's guy and they don't kill XR. Like, you have to attack, they have to block.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Todd's already shown that he's not going to block when he doesn't have to.
I think... Yeah, I would not be surprised to see bolts out of the main deck post-board. He might have also not known if Todd was going to like bring something in that was boltable or something.
Yeah, now I think those
I'm
bolts
like
are
Glenn
definitely
Jones
going
who
to
won a deck tech a deck that's 3-2 or whatever. Alright.
So, we're probably going to see him bring in the active aggressions, the mana
those are already
the
in.
dismember.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
That's what he has already,
yeah,
right?
it's just what
And
he
then-
changes.
What did he take out the first time around?
Yeah, like if he left those bolts in,
Yeah, if he left bolts in, I don't know what he took out.
like, he probably got some creatures, which is not what you
Pulse
want to do.
Tracker's awesome against Spellskite. I mean, by awesome, I mean he's unblockable.
I
on
love
one.
that.
You know what I'm
love
saying.
Conley's definition of awesome.
You know what I'm saying. It's the best creature he has. If there's one creature in play and your opponent is a Spellskite, you would want it to be a Pulse Tracker over everything else.
Yes.
That was my point. It is terrible against Deceiver Extract. I didn't see any Viscera Receivers that game though.
No, I didn't either.
If
We
he boarded
haven't
those
seen any
out
yet.
while he brought in active aggression, that seems pretty terrible. I don't know if he did, but
Well,
That's kind of a combo.
it is kind of a combo. I think it makes it good against Grave Titan. Although to be fair, he didn't see Todd's Grave Titan in game 1. Now that he's seen Grave Titan, he might bring in Viscera Seer.
yeah. I mean, I think those bolts are just gonna have to go away. Like, you're right. They just don't do anything.
I mean, they go to the face, they kill Jace, I guess.
But especially on the play, I don't know if you're as worried about Jace. I mean, not dying to Pyroclasm is a big thing, and the bolts give you reach, which is nice. But
I mean, you have Highborn for reach, you have Active Aggression for reach. Active Aggression is like one of those old person grabbers. What? It just gives you maximum reach. You can get the cereal off the top shelf or whatever. I'm just. You don't have to laugh at my very forced, very poor
no,
joke.
I thought it was hilarious.
I mean, maybe Matt just wants to give the bolt in because I found that, like, against Pyroclasm decks, when you're the Vampire deck, you kind of just need to get them to 10 so that your Blood Gas can have value.
All right. Well, there's a pulse tracker for Matt Landstrom to start off the game.
The best creature in Standard against Spellskite.
both players kept their 7s.
Except for all the creatures that are better.
Except for Thrun and Inferno Titan. Sun Titan.
Hammer
Anything with a
Bolt.
Titan on it.
Serves him with the tracker for 2.
Is it the best one drop against Spellskite? That's got no. Steplinks is. Dang it! Pulse Tracker let me down. You don't do
What might be
anything.
the best black one drop against
It probably is the best black one drop.
Duress.
All right, some lands and then a bunch of glare. Preordain?
Preordain, Deceiver, Exarch, is that Inquisition?
Yeah.
It's probably just taking Inquisition here.
I mean, it depends on what Matt's trying to do, but
I mean, taking Preordain is always one of those things where it's like, you feel okay that you got a card, but you don't actually feel okay.
right. I mean, if he has a hand where losing the card isn't a big deal, and just doesn't
He's
want to die to
vampires. Like he could hit every card in his deck with an Inquisition. That's not, except for Act.
well, just like if he doesn't want to die to a combo off the top or something like
He
that.
drew he kept in Duress. I guess after he saw Active Aggression, he kept in Duress. So there is Dark Tutelage,
Alright, so the Tutelage goes
Dismember, and Management.
away. There's that
Now
guy.
he's going to have all the time in the world to play around these cards.
Yeah, but he's got a Pulse Tracker in play, and as we already discussed, it's like,
That beats hard. Solid 9-turn clock.
except he has Deceiver Exarch in his hand, so he can't even attack with it next turn.
Well, he can because he has Dismember.
Oh, yeah, okay. And yet, but he can't cast Manic Vandal. He doesn't have red. His March Flats in hand.
I mean, you don't really want Spellskite right now, right? Because
He wanted to both, apparently.
yeah.
I don't think you want to draw Spellskite there. What if he draws Inquisition or something?
I mean, Pulse Striker is the best creature against Spellskite. Why would you keep it?
Yeah. It's just the best creature.
Alright.
All right, Matt doesn't have red mana, so if he plays Spellskite here, it's actually pretty decent.
Twisted Image is like the best one drop against Spellskite, probably.
That's true.
Alright, so there's a Preordain from Todd Anderson. Sees Duress and Creeping Tar Pit. Probably.
Why is he? Oh, he's got Dismember in hand, so he's going to hide Creepy Tar Pit, keep Duress, get rid of Dismember. Nope, he's going to cast a Spellskite and then Duress? That doesn't even make sense.
Nope, he just holds the Duress. So he kept the Duress on top, but Opta did not play it.
But he knows the only spell that Matt has in hand that he can Duress, he would just kill the Spellskite with.
Yep.
I don't really get that.
Maybe he's fine. Maybe since he knows there's a Manic Vandal, he's just fine trading the Dismember for Spellskite.
But he's trading Duress and Spellskite for Dismember. Like,
And he just drew Splinter Twin. Oh, so there's the Duress. So, I mean, that's...
I mean, if Matt has 2 spells in his hand here, it's good. He obviously does, otherwise. No, I guess not.
But it's,
He's got Manic Vandal
and
and Dismember.
Manic Vandal, so we know what the cards are. He's just going to Dismember.
Yeah, I don't
that
get why he
Spellskite.
just went Duress last turn, take an extra 1 damage this turn. Then play your Spellskite.
Do you think you would have cracked both Marsh Flats there? Because since you've got Blood Gas to play? Is it better to just crack one and pay the extra 2 life?
Probably. I guess the thing that Todd didn't have Splinter Twin at the time. He didn't know it was on top.
Right.
So, like, I was going to say maybe you just want to do a Duress plus leave open Deceiver Exarch mana, but if you don't know you have Splinter Twin coming, I don't know that's good.
Had to read on the top of his library, like Conleywood's. So, down to go Spellskite. And Todd passes back, Matt draws.
Okay, I'm just gonna crush him before, put Todd at 11, and then he's gonna draw whatever he's gonna play whatever he just drew. Which I think is a Dark Tutelage, maybe? I don't know.
It's a good one to draw.
So as Gavin would say, the writing is on the water tower in the small town in New Hampshire.
Yes.
Is that a good... What?
That's pretty good, actually.
I mean, if you have it...
maybe
Who doesn't notice a water tower
maybe
writing?
like a billboard on the side of the road or something. All right, so there's a Vampire Lacerator, and Todd shows the combo, and that's game.
And that's it.
That's it. Todd Anderson takes it 2-1, putting his Grixis Twin deck one step further to victory.
And it doesn't even run Stang.